Hello everybody, and welcome to the TheSlayer51’s Bedrock Redstone class, Lesson 2, Repeaters. Now, the main use of a repeater is going to be extending a signal. If you remember from Lesson 1, I mentioned that a redstone signal can only go 15 blocks, or else it won't go further. However, a repeater will restart the signal and make this the first block again, meaning this could go another 15 blocks. That is the main purpose, but they still have many other purposes. Now, a repeater cannot turn like a redstone can. For example, you can't do that. You can do this, and you can put a repeater in there, but you can't have the corner be a repeater. The corner is always going to have to be a dust. So, another thing about repeaters is they have one tick of delay, which one tick for this class and for all future lessons, when I say one tick, I'm referring to one redstone tick, which is 2 game ticks. That's a lot of really fancy talk, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically, when I say one tick, it means 1/10 of a second. In some other scenarios, it could mean 1/20th of a second, but in this class, it means 1/10 of a second. So, a repeater will delay a signal by 1 tick. Like, for example, if you have a line of redstone going to a lamp, it'll go instantly. But the repeater will delay it a bit. It's kind of hard to tell with just one repeater here, but it's a lot easier if there's a lot of repeaters. You won't usually be doing this in an actual circuit, but I'm just doing this for demonstration. See how that is slower? It just takes a little bit longer. So yeah, the repeaters will will delay the signal by 1 tick. Now, the repeater can also be increased to increase the amount of ticks you lose. This setting will lose you 1 tick, this will lose you 2 ticks, this will lose you 3 ticks, and this will lose you 4 ticks. And if you want to lose more than 4 ticks, just do this. Get a 4, and then just get another one. Just add another one on top of it and have however many ticks you want after that. Next, we're going to talk about something that I probably should have talked about in the last episode, but also it would have been kind of hard to, because you kind of need repeaters to explain it. So, we are going to be talking about soft powering and hard powering. So, they're basically the same thing. A soft powering is when, I'm just going to put that there because I forgot to. Soft powering is when a piece of redstone dust goes into soft powering is when a piece of redstone dust goes into a block, a solid block. It won't work with transparent block. Whereas hard powering is when a repeater goes into a solid block. Soft powering can power a repeater coming out of the block, a redstone activated item next to the block, but not a redstone dust coming out of a block. So you can't have a redstone dust going into a block and a redstone dust coming out of a block. Whereas hard powering can do all 3. You can put a repeater into a block, and then it will go out of a repeater, go out of a regular redstone, or just go out of the block. So hard powering will activate anything coming out of it. Soft powering will activate anything except for a dust coming out of it. Now, a repeater can be locked, which basically means if I flick this lever, this lamp will turn on. I hope you understand that, or else you are failing my class and you get an F. No, I'm kidding. You could just rewatch previous episodes if you don't understand this. But this lamp will get activated if I flick this lever. However, if I do this, if you put one repeater going into the side of another repeater, it has to be a repeater, it can't just be a dust, it will lock the repeater, which will mean redstone can't go through it. However, if you lock a repeater while redstone's going through it, it'll mean redstone always has to go through it. So I have turned off this lever, but the lamp is still on, and it will stay on until I turn off this one. So that can be very useful in complicated circuits. I don't use it that much personally, but it can be very useful if you know how to use it. Next, I want to just talk about how repeaters interact with water. Now, repeaters can be placed in water, unlike dust, which can allow you to do, it can be placed in water, which can allow you to do a circuit like this, starting in the water, going into a block, and to turn, you're going to want to go into a block and just hard power it and then come out with another repeater. You can do that to get, to have a circuit start in water and then come out of the water, Or you can have a circuit start out of the water, go into a block, then go into a bunch of repeaters, go through, and go out of the block. Now, this is not how it works on Java Edition, but this is a bedrock redstone class. This is not a Java redstone class. There's other YouTubers that do that. And also, for flowing water, it just breaks the repeater. So you can't... Oh, no, it doesn't. I thought it did. Never mind. I guess it doesn't. Apparently, you can put a repeater in flowing water. I didn't know that. But, yeah. So that is it for this episode of the Slayer51's Bedrock Redstone class. Your homework for this episode is make a more complicated circuit than you did last time using repeaters, and just play around sometime. And if you have any questions, as always, you can ask them in the comments. And, yeah, I think that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Bye-bye.